Man Royale Watkins, Relationships, Love, and Laughter. The great After I Do show. Feels like I'm flying solo today, but let's see if we're fortunate. We may be able to get an April appearance. If we're lucky. Hope everybody had a wonderful day. We had to slide to the 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time slot today because we had some stuff to do earlier. But we're here. As promised, we are here. Y'all come on in. Make yourself at home. Grab yourself a glass of wine. Hey, Victoria, welcome. And make yourself comfortable. We want April. Tasha, she'll be here in a minute. April is always late to the damn party. But it's all good. She'll be here shortly. Give everybody. I almost knocked my damn hat off my head. Maribel, hey, come on in. Yup. Zarina. How y'all doing? Everybody have a good day? Are y'all home from work on the East Coast or on the West Coast? Y'all all settled in, got the kids fed, got the clothes folded. Did you wash a load of clothes and fold a load of clothes? No, April didn't stop to get no damn snacks.
What? No, I'm cooking. Y'all don't even want to know. I'm like in between. I got Brussels sprouts in the oven. I got orange chicken on the stove. I'm making him a surprise dish that I don't want to tell him. I hope it comes out. You're
making me a surprise dish?
Yeah.
I'm glad you said something. You trying something new.
But I did make Brussels sprouts in case it doesn't work.
At the end of the day, if I can get Brussels sprouts, I'll eat all of them. Jasmine
rice. I have a rice cooker. So, you throw away that instruction book years ago. I don't know how to make the rice. So I tried it once, 2 cups, and I think I put 4 cups of water.
Hey, Val. No, we're back. It's all good. I know we got to make sure we turn the devices off. Nah, Tasha, we should be good now. It's all good, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody calm the hell down. Kaz was good. Welcome to the conversation. Crystal, you shouldn't be hearing every 5th word now. We should be completely good.
Ask them. Is it better now?
They said video going in and out. Constant interruption. Yeah, we turned. Is there anything else that's on?
No.
And now no video. What in the... Your connection is weak. How come we have a weak connection?
Your connection is weak.
I tell you what.
I don't know.
If it's working fine now for you, just throw up the hearts. Let's see if we can get this straightened out. Just throw up the hearts right now, and if your internet connection is good and we're not having technical... See, Tanya Fisher said It's better now. Right. Because we turned off all of the devices. Okay, so now we're back. All right, so let's get it. Let's go.
Okay. It's always me. You see, he didn't budge, right? I'm running around, iPads, TV.
Well, those are your devices.
No, babe, but you know how to turn them off.
I don't know how to turn your devices off. I know how to turn you on.
All right. Okay, so what was I saying?
I don't know how to wink without doing my face. I'm like a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
I know, like a 4-year-old. Everything closed.
Is it? Well, go wink at women. I want you to wink at
No, I'm not winking at no women. You crazy?
That sound like that you're crazy.
No, that sound like a setup. Okay, so thank you, everybody. Everybody says it's better. Kai's April is not the best, so knock it off. So what are we talking about today? I want to address something that somebody sent us. Is Monica on the thread? I don't know whether I'm supposed to be able to say her name. I think I wasn't supposed to say her name. Hopefully.
Harris from one April to another. Hey, April Harris. I guess.
All right, Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer. All right, we said enough hellos. Let's get to the show. We had a little technical difficulty, but we're still here.
I need to get it shaped up this weekend. It's gonna be hot.
Uh-oh. Here he come. Here come the webmaster. Come here, Joey.
Where you going?
Come here. Say hello real quick. Let's see. Come say hi to everybody real quick. Look. Say hi.
Say hello.
Say hi. Say, my name is Joey. Blow him a kiss, Basis. Blow him a kiss. No, with your hand.
Why am I putting on your shoes? Where are you going?
Okay, that's Joey. That's our grandson.
Gabby, you want him? Okay.
He got a snotty nose, and he's gonna go outside. So we
love you. It's 90 degrees outside. Bye, baby.
All right, buddy.
Have fun.
So,
okay, we're back.
I think that there was a question yesterday about domestic violence and someone that was putting their hands on their spouse. And I just don't get that at all. I think we've had this conversation maybe a few months ago, but it certainly is when somebody else mentions it, time to bring it back up and address it. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're in an abusive relationship, Ash, by the way, I think said that she got her stuff and bounced. Remember, Ash was the one who yesterday. Was that yesterday or the day before?
No, we had to continue.
Okay.
So Ash was telling the young lady, was it Nicole? Or who was the initial? I don't know.
Yeah,
but she was just telling her because she had been in it, and she was just giving her advice like, go. Like, I mean, that's the best advice from somebody that has been through it. Me, I don't think I could go through it. I already told you what happened with my eye. That's all I needed was one good sock. It's not even funny. I was gone.
Okay.
Because I wasn't given my opportunity to do more. Are you insane? Mm-mm.
So, Ash was saying basically that she got her stuff, she bounced, but then, she feels like she wants to go back. It's like you have that separation anxiety when you've been with somebody so long, you're in an abusive relationship, and the abuse is just one component of the relationship. Certainly there is love or the idea of love. Kai said it happened to her once and she was out. It's like, but what makes women stay in these abusive relationships? What is it that makes women stay in abusive relationships?
Hold on. I'll be right there.
See, here we go. You trying to do too much. You supposed to be on the show. Codependency. Oh, interesting. Kaz, can you expand on that, though? Can you expand on the codependency? I mean, when you start to build a marriage, a relationship, Michelle said poor self-esteem. Kaz, there you go. That's what I was going to say, that fear of financial instability. That's when you start building something together, feel no one else will love them. No, but I think a lot of it is when you build a relationship together and you start to fall into these roles. And most of the time, a lot of the times, men are the breadwinners. And so women start to, by default, rely on that income to take care of themselves, the family, the kids. And that loss of income, starts to make you question whether you can be out there on your own or not. Fear of being alone. Yeah. I mean, again, a lot of it is the fear of being alone, but I also think a lot of it is the financial instability. Is it the word instability? I believe so.
Do you think that's it?
Yeah, of course.
It's more about being alone.
No, but again, when you're a housewife, mm-hmm. or when you have a husband that's the breadwinner and you count on that income, and now that mm-hmm. goes away, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I could see it, but I mean, you have to figure it out. You either go get yourself really hurt to get the bills paid, to have a house over you. It's like it doesn't even make sense. Like, you have to figure it out on your own. And this is where you need your family, your friends, your coworkers, your true people in the trenches with you to help you out. Like, sometimes it has to be an escape plan too. Like, this is so serious. Like, I'm just giving you tidbits from myself. Like, it's so deep that I hope you would get some help, because it's not a situation where you can probably do it on your own. You will need the financial backing of your parents, or maybe go back home or figure a situation out so you can make it on your own.
Aaliyah, I see what you're saying. She's saying the embarrassment factor. So many people like, this is embarrassing that my relationship, this marriage or whatever isn't working, You feel embarrassed, and so you would much rather stay in something that's not working just to save face.
Yes. How about save your life? I would rather be embarrassed than be hospitalized or taken off the earth. So you just have to figure it out. Make it make sense. Don't do anything hastily. Plan it out. Like have an escape route. Look at what you call it. What's his name? Tom Cruise. This girl has so much money. They both had money. She planned it out for months. How she left Tom Cruise. What was her name? Katie Holmes. Mm-hmm. Like it's serious. Like because of Scientology or whatever the case may be, it wasn't physical abuse, but it was mental abuse. They had to map it out, and she made a clean break. You have to figure it out. Whatever your plan is, figure it out. Be strategic to the penny. What is it going to take? Who can I stay with? What does that look like? You know what I mean? And do your best to get out of the situation. If it's financial, if it's embarrassment, I really think you'll get over it. Again, think about what's more important, your life or being embarrassed. So you're going to stay there and take the beatings just so you don't let everybody on the outside like the marriage isn't working, I'm leaving. That doesn't make any sense.
So, again, somebody else inboxed and asked, she's in an abusive relationship, was getting beat by her husband, separated from him, right? And the family, always, if you're in an abusive relationship, your family is aware of this, and they're going to have an opinion about this, right?
They will.
So her thing was, she separated from him. They had kids. And, when kids involved, they want their dad. I think the guy may have been in jail for domestic violence or whatever and went through counseling. And now I think the two of them, or he wants to try to get the family back together. But now the wife has to deal with the consequences of her family and friends saying, why are you going back to this dude? Right. Why are you going back to an abusive relationship? And she has to weigh that against the fact that she has kids who want their dad. And they want to try to make the relationship work for the sake of, I think for something other than herself.
I think that they should live apart and test the waters for a year or two. If y'all in love, y'all in love. Y'all visit, y'all date. Is cute to date. Let people watch the kids, but maybe not live together right now. Don't go rushing back into it.
Michelle Plummer said, men are abused also. Don't get it twisted. Okay, but more than likely not in these relationships with domestic violence, the men are the abusers. We don't hear...
the number would be higher with the women.
The number is way higher with women being abused.
Right.
Some of the women have been isolated and feel like they can't reach out to their family. Because they're threatened.
9 out of 10 times people know about it. Wow. She will
get over the embarrassment.
Yeah, I mean, it's always that eulogy where, I wish we would have known and we could have done something. You do not want that. I would nip it in the bud way before. Whatever you have to do, you have to have someone to confide in. The lady, I only talk about the examples that I hear about, but the one that was on 2020, she had to write a note to her coworker, and her coworker did all the work for her. Like she was getting whooped at home. Like you have to figure out who your team is. Like you probably do need a team or figure it out. I don't know if you're escaping for your life or just need to just get out of the situation and let your parents know and get embarrassed or whatever. I'd rather be embarrassed than, not be here. That's all I have to say.
Right. Your life is really at stake.
Really, because you don't know what the trigger points are. Maybe you do, but you just don't want to be there in that situation where it's coming. Let me tell you something. It's just making
Thank you, Angela Denise.
Right now.
Tell your friends to tune in. Y'all can hit the share button on this as well. How old is too old for a woman to date an older man? 15 years, 20 years? That's Rose asking that question.
Say it again.
How old is too old for a woman to date an older man?
I don't know. I don't think that Dion. She was 40. He was damn near 80. I mean, love is love. I mean, I think it's ostracized when it's the other way around, when the man is young and you're older, when the woman is older. But, if he's able to function, you got to think 10 heads. I always say think about the 10, 15-year rule. what is it going to look like in 10, 15 years? So if you're 60 and he's 75, 10 years, he's going to probably be on, I don't know. He could be in good health, but think about that. How are you going to feel when you're ready to go to dinner and you're ready to do all those things? Is he going to be able to keep up with you, or are you going to have to go out with your friends and leave him home? So just think ahead, because it's fun right now, but 10 years makes a big difference.
Jamal Jackson said his aunt married a man that was 29 years older.
Ooh.
So prepare for someone to die far earlier. Val Fraser said she married someone 10 years older. She said, but she would never do that again. So Val, why are you saying you would never do that again?
What was the age
She said
difference?
She married somebody that was 10 years older than her. And you 20 years older than me. We making it work. I don't even know how much older you are than me at this point.
Not 20 years older.
15 years older?
Baby, be quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's is truth. I think 10 is the cap. 10.
Younger, but listen, love is love. As
I'm
long as
you're
No. I'm speaking for myself. Okay. What are you all excited about?
Yeah, because
I'm saying for me.
Okay.
Michelle Plumer. Is it Plumer, Michelle? Yes. Val said he tried to control me, and when he couldn't, he abused me. Yeah, that's not a good look. That's not what is with this shit and with men defaulting to being abusive. All right, so all right, let's move on to another question. Is it Linnell or Ninel? How do you deal with a man that puts his family in your relationship business? How do you deal with a man who puts your family in his relationship business?
No, thank you.
Yeah, I think that's a conversation. With we have to keep our business separate so that we can manage our relationship as a couple and not have all of these outside influences that may not be healthy for us. That's a conversation. Okay, so how do you stay together so long? Is it Charlisha Hines? How do who? Us? Me and April stay together so long? 24 plus years? It is 24.
It is not 24.
Okay, whatever you want to call it. I think that me and April just found this thing that is bigger than love, right? Because the love will carry you for a certain distance, but then there's like this other thing, like the Holy Trinity or something involved in our relationship that just keeps us together like glue. Sonia Wilson, what led to your divorce? I'm sorry, I missed if there was a comment prior to that, but what led to your divorce? I'm trying to read all the comments and keep up to date, but there's a lot of reading to do, and I don't have my glasses on. They're trying to be friends. Harris AP. I'm getting one. I gotta read it first. You just get that done in their damn kitchen, woman. Harris said she dated a guy for 2 years. He broke it off and started dating someone a month later. Jeez, said they moved in together. Now he's trying to be friends with her. What should she do? I mean, what does it hurt to be friends with somebody? You know what I mean? You can still have a friendship with somebody. Is he still dating the girl, Harris? Are they still living together? What is his interest in you? I know, friendship is just friendship. You have to be a mature person, just know what your own boundaries are. Are you interested in a friendship with him? Make a decision. I don't know what it's code word for, but all I'm just saying is, what's really going on at the end of the day. All right, so Linnell says she's single. Is it wrong of her to not want to date a guy with kids? Yeah, that's a choice. Linnell, that's your choice. If that doesn't work for you, what you say, April? Yeah, if that is one of the things that's important to you, then don't break that rule, because the last thing you want to do is get involved with the guy, catch feelings, let him hit that cat one good time. He hit that thing one good time, and now you all shook up and caught up, and now here comes some outside influences or factors that you can't deal with.
Don't do it.
Yeah, just know what your boundaries are.
You know that you don't want that, then don't do it. I had a couple of guys was like, as soon as they met me, they found out I had Joey. They were like, deuces. And
wow, really?
Yeah, but I appreciate it. I was hurt, but hindsight is 2020. I didn't know it was probably the best thing. You're going to get with me, then get mad at my kid and knock him out. Thank you.
Hey, Janine, welcome to the conversation. So this guy DM'd me and told me that I'm one who got away and then started. He is my man and will always be like that. How do you get through to these men who don't take no for an answer? Oh, you just keep ignoring them. You ain't gotta respond.
Yeah, block them.
Yeah, hit that block button. That's a simple one. That's easy. Block them.
I know, but deep down, she probably liked that attention.
Yeah, do you? That's the real question. Do you like that attention?
She does. Trust me. And it's cute until it's not cute.
Yeah.
He might be really crazy. Like, either you going to talk to him or you're not. And it's very easy.
Valerie said it exactly right. Just ignore his ass. He'll go away.
Right.
Men only respond to when they're getting to places where they're getting attention from.
Hi, Shasha.
You got to be feeding them something,
right,
for them to stay in it, or else they're gonna move on. We're like,
Come on. Yeah, I've been there before. Like, no, he get on my nerve, but I loved it deep down. And you do that one little thing, like, you give him hope. You giving him hope. That's why he's still there. If you ignore him, he will go away. Trust and believe.
Delilah, I need advice for a friend. How do you go about leaving someone, a controlling, argumentative spouse that won't let go? Yeah, again, this seems to be a reoccurring thing. People that can't get out of relationships. Relationships, easy to get in, hard as hell to get out.
Restraining orders.
Yeah, restraining order.
If you're really serious, move. I mean, there are ways to get away. And I'm not saying it like it's easy, because I know there's money involved in moving and relocating and getting a new job. But have you taken all the measures? You know what I mean? You're saying it very loosely. Just won't let go. Like, I don't know what that means. What have you done? Have you gone to the authorities? Do you need to go to the authorities?
Hey, Ashley, what karma? Are you talking about? You don't want that karma? Just ignore the dude. There's no karma involved in that. You're trying to get on with your life. Now you're starting to sound like you want the attention. There's no karma involved in that. And don't take it the wrong way. I'm just saying.
Say it,
move
I'm
on
not
with
interested.
your life.
Oh, God.
Tarika said, shit, I'll show you how to leave. Yeah, you just leave. Ain't that? That's real simple. You just leave. You don't have to give somebody any attention if you don't want to give them attention. You just leave. Yeah, I don't know. Are you guys living together? Look, I mean, Val sharing information. She said order protection, restraining order, both. If you can't get along with somebody. I think what women have to do is be careful not to continue to give men attention thinking it's cute. Thinking that shit is sexy. Oh, he's still into me and I'm going to play this little game. No, your life is at stake. In regards to liking it, I don't want my husband to be in the same position. Yeah, I just think, Ashley, I think I'm following what you're saying. But again, if your desire is to be out of something, you got to bounce, period. And hopefully I'm reading tracking the right conversations, because I'm tracking about 4 or 5 different conversations here. Val said inbox her. She has some resources and can give you some information. All right. Get your male's family members to have a talk with him. Oh, okay, Jocelyn. See, and I understand that too, Jocelyn, because, I've mentioned this before. I have 2 sisters. I have 2 older sisters, but I also have 11 brothers, right? And so Cass just knew, you didn't want to give my sisters any problems, because, we would have that conversation with you, that come to Jesus talk. So, it didn't want to be a problem. You don't want that problem on your hand when them Watkins boys show up and have to have a sidebar with you. Friend or not, I just have to block them. Exactly. Block them. And move on with your life. If it don't work for you, you don't owe anybody anything. Yeah, Ken Mosby Summers, you're super late, but welcome to the conversation. We're here. That's all that matters. Oh, so Jocelyn, you're saying sometimes it takes a man to talk to a man. I get that. You know what I mean? Sometimes it takes about 5 or 10 men to talk to a man to straighten his ass out. If he's not listening with both ears, sometimes he might have to listen with his face.
Or sometimes an elder, just like she's saying, sometimes they really can't. It doesn't click unless it's coming from.
Yeah, Michelle said it right. You can't in 2017. You can't play games with people. You got to be beyond these games, because these games will get people emotionally involved, and then people don't have anything to live for anymore, right? And then they're just willing to do stupid stuff. All right, let me see if I could take another question. Been married going on 5 years. My husband cheated a year ago. I stayed because I wanted my family. A year later, still feel somewhat hurt from his infidelity. I love him, but not in love anymore. Okay, so Bianca, what's the question though? So you love him, but you're not in love anymore, but you're sticking around for what? Just for the sake of the family and saying you want to hold the family together, or that you're still married? Right? All right, so what does that really mean to you at the end of the day?
Were they married?
Yes, she said yes. They married 5 years. He cheated. And
she went back.
And yes, she, stuck with them. Mm-hmm. And now she's feeling a kind of way because,
So you have every right to leave without him getting upset or anything.
But she doesn't want to leave. She wants to hold the family together is the point.
Oh, but she said she's not in love.
Yeah, Val, that's what I said. Girl. But what do you want at the end of the day? Do you want to have the representation of a family? Or do you want to be in something where you feel like you're being loved and you can grow and thrive and be happy, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, I think you have to make a decision about whether you're going to put the infidelity in the rearview mirror and continue to build something, or go, this doesn't work for me anymore.
Right. I think the thing with women, we give so many chances and we want it to work and we're willing to sacrifice and not be in love for the sake of the family or whatever. And then you look up 10 years later, and when they're ready to bounce, they are going to bounce.
The man?
Men leave. And they don't think about all that. We think about the kids, the children, my embarrassment, whatever. When they ready, they are done. Everybody going to work it out. Kids going to go to counseling. You going to go to counseling. It's like, I don't understand what that is, but it's the truth. We think about everything. We got a laundry list on why we need to stay and make it better. When a man is done, he is done.
How do you stay in a relationship, though, when you're not in love? That's the real question.
I don't know. But if he decided to leave with the chick that he cheated with, you would be toast. He chose to come back. So think about that too. Like, you're taking him back. What happened in their relationship? Did not work, or did he have some remorse, or I don't know what the case may be. But is he back out of pity, or is he back because he really loves you? And then if he didn't want to be with you, he might not have come back. And what would you have done? And now you're with him, appeasing him, making him feel better, the kids feel better, everybody feel better, and you don't feel better. We always put ourselves last. I don't know what that phenomenon is, but it is definitely one. And we are
Officer Friendly just joined the conversation.
I know, I just told him to.
Okay.
Hey,
okay, so let me see if I can get to this question right here. Samantha said, how do you give up on someone after 7 years of loving each other but not having a commitment? He never will make the effort to be with just me. I can't move on. I'm always stuck with our connection. Oh, well, I mean, that's an easy one right there.
It's just a connection.
It's just a connection. If he ain't making the commitment to offer you something more, then it's just a connection. And after 7 years, okay, cool.
Then obviously doesn't feel the way you
feel.
Well,
you've made him comfortable that this is something that he's always going to be able to do if you're not forcing him to do something other than that.
No, ma'am. You better go out.
I think you would have stuck it out with me for about 10 years.
I would have, but I would have had something on the side. Let's keep it real.
For real? No, that just don't even sound like you. You would have had something on the side.
We're not committed, so
no, I wouldn't have. I'm not saying I would have had something on the side. I'm just saying 7 years not making a full commitment.
I gave you 5.
Okay, we don't need to. That's a hypothetical. We don't even need to get into.
Don't. I don't know if 6 would have happened, That's my point.
6 would have happened.
It would not have happened.
I think 6 would have happened.
It wouldn't have.
I think you would have held in there.
Who came to church? Alton, who came to church and got who?
Val, that's a different situation though. So Val, yes, this is a choice she's making to stay in something that is convenient for this guy. Because now what you're basically saying is this isn't convenient for you. You want something more. What is it more that you want? What more do you want? Do you want marriage?
He ain't thinking about marriage.
Listen,
it's 7
why
years,
is it
not
that
even thinking about it?
Listen, why is marriage the factor though? Why do you need to be in something that looks like something to other people for the sake of being able to not be embarrassed? Do you know what I'm saying? Am I making myself clear?
Yeah, so maybe I read it wrong when she said doesn't want to get committed. That doesn't mean he's seeing other people or...
No, that's not saying he's seeing other people. No. They may be an exclusive relationship. Right.
He ain't ready to
But he's not saying, oh, I want to lock myself into something long-term with you.
This is what you have to do. You have to be secure in who you are if you want to continue to date him. Because I have seen 2 of my girlfriends, one 10 years, another one past 10 years.
Okay, hold on.
They have been
Samantha
together,
saying,
and they have gotten engaged and gotten married. So I don't know if there's a time frame. I thought you were saying he was, doing his thing and you were like just waiting. No.
Samantha saying she just wants a relationship that's just us, something legitimate. But what's legitimate? It sounds like you may be in something legitimate right now that just does not have a ring attached to it.
Yeah, marriage is not for everybody. Not that it was for me. Trust me, I couldn't have gone much longer. But I'm just saying, Oprah and Stedman not married. There's a lot of people not married, What about marriage, that paper will make you feel better? Like, you don't feel like what you guys have is strong enough? You think the paper is going to be anything different?
Oh, Samantha says she's dragging me along and leads me on. Okay, so he's only doing that because you're allowing it to happen. He's only doing that because you allow it to happen. So you have to be clear about what works for you, what you need, and what your boundaries are.
And here's the hard part. And I hate to say it, you gotta either do it or not.
Yeah.
You gotta, and you don't really want to give him an ultimatum, but you may have to and say, this is not working for me. This age, whatever that is, fill in the blank. And I see myself here in the next 2 or 3 years. And if
you have to have that conversation, exactly.
If that's not what is in your plans, then I'm gonna let you go so you can go do what you need to do, and let me go I can go find that person or whatever is going to make me happy. And it's tough because he may be like, peace, but you'll have to go because you won't know if it's meant to be, because you got to separate. And if it's meant to be, it will come back.
Okay. Verlene, I saw. Okay. You don't need to do all of that. You're doing too much. So Verlene, I see your question. I'm going to get to it.
You forgot how to pin.
You know what? Let's do this now. Let's do this now because Verlene inboxed it, and I said I was going to address it. Here we go right now.
No,
I know how to pin the comment.
There we go.
So I just pinned Verlene's comment. She's saying, "What about husbands who thinks wives aren't equal to them in the marriage because they are the breadwinners and the head of house?" I think we've discussed this, or at least kind of talked about this subject before. Mm-hmm. We have an equal partnership. It doesn't make a difference in our house who makes the money. Now, granted, I think I, for the most part, am the breadwinner, but I don't use that in any way, shape, fashion, or form.
No, he doesn't.
To make April feel any kind of way about how this partnership works.
Right.
It is a 50-50 partnership. I think by default, there are some roles that come into play where we identify ourselves as taking the lead in those roles.
Right. And
security obviously is one.
Yes.
When it comes to security, April is clearly more built for security than I am.
He don't check the premises before we go to sleep. I don't know what I was in my prior life. I'm checking locks, doors, sliding doors, windows,
everything.
This dude come in, he go, good night. He don't check nothing.
I say thank you, God bless you, good night.
The one thing, when we moved in, I made him cut down hedges. I was not playing. I said, babe, all I need you to do is check the house before you go to sleep. He has never done it.
Okay.
I'm always finding something open. And I go to him in the sleep. Like, we could have been killed.
No, we couldn't. This house protected by me and God and Smith & Wesson.
Oh, God.
But no. So look, by default, security is my responsibility. If something happens as a man, I'm going to step in front and to make sure that my family is taken care of and this wonderful woman is taken care of. But my best intentions are to build the two of us together as a power couple. You've heard me talk about this on the show before. It's like you have to come to the table with the desire to, as two individuals, become something greater than the sum total of yourselves separate. That's kind of deep right there. You have to come to the table. Some guys just get, and some women too, get in a relationship, get married, and still don't see themselves in something, trying to build something. Let me sit up. I just look freaking weird, all slouched down and not completely invested in the conversation. Let's get deep with it for a second. This woman right here is half of a power couple. I couldn't be the superhero that I am without her.
You better preach.
Without her being the other half. It's a Wonder Twins activate situation, right? I am strengthened by her. I'm encouraged by her. I go out here to try to make a difference in the world for her and these kids. Something has to drive you to want to be greater than yourself alone in this universe. Right. Something has to give you a reason, at least for me, to get up every day, to go out here, to deal with these challenges in the world, to try to make something for myself, for her, for these kids, so we establish something that we both believe in, right? It is not about me as a man trying to make her feel subservient to me like she works for me. This is an equal partnership. Now, there are going to be some things that she defaults to me to say, how would you approach this? Like, I'm going to default to you for you to take the lead on this, just because there's some things I'm prepared to handle more definitively than she is.
Yes.
I've been in the military. I've served overseas. I've been to war. I'm equipped to do certain things more easily than I'm built to do certain things. Right. I'm physically stronger.
Naturally, like when those things happen, you know whose plate it should be on. You understand what I mean? Like, I'm not going to force something. It's something, especially around the house or a situation at school or with the boys that I don't have the knowledge about being a man. You know what I mean? We have a granddaughter that lives in Texas. When she was here, there's things Royale be like, like, that's your department. Like, you kind of know. I didn't force him, it's a girl situation or whatever. It would be for me, So I think naturally you will know when it's your turn and when it's his. And then when y'all can do it equally.
Yeah, but a brown sugar, not just a regular couple. I got to get y'all to embrace what it means to be a power couple. To know what it means to embrace your power together. The strength and the bond of being two together as one. Ronzel, the human beatbox, ladies and gentlemen. I see you, Ronzel. Thanks for coming through, big bro. I'm just saying, I learned from example. Like, you just can't do it. There's sometimes where I get sick and, like, I'm on my back and April nurses me back to health so I can go out there and continue to fight these battles to try to provide, right? Yeah. And you can't go it alone.
And the young lady asked, how do we stay together so long? Like, there's a point where it changed in a relationship. Like, you got to go through some things. Seriously.
You don't have to go through some things, but if you do.
You're going to go through
you're going to go through some things.
That's what I'm trying to say. But when you realize what the bond of marriage or what those words were about, and not to be like, philosophical or corny, you're in this together. You are in this together. You are a team, and it becomes easier. I think people fight it. I don't know what it is, but and maybe I was fighting it too, but it's a happy thing. Like, it doesn't have to be miserable. You know what I mean? Like, just making it, just paying the bills, just getting the kids.
There has to be something more.
You have to understand, like, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Y'all are doing a great job by raising these children and sending them out to the world. So with that in mind, do the best that y'all can do. Make it a happy situation. Go on staycations. Do things out of the ordinary to make it fun. Don't work 9 to 5 on the weekend, go to the grocery store, wash the clothes, and then it's Sunday. Do something fun in between to make it worthwhile. Does that make sense? Like, don't make it a chore. Like, it's fun and exciting. It's not always. When I cuss him out, I let y'all know, right? But for the most part, we have a good time because this is it. Meaning, just like the show, this is it. This is the family. This is what you fight for. This is where if you're going to put 100% into anything, this is it. Like, so what else? This is us. Period.
Kimberly said, what if after 15 years, let's pin her comment. She said, what if after 15 years you are not in love with your husband anymore?
Good question. If you're not, listen, while you're married, people change. I change every day. He changes every day. And if it's amicable and you guys can talk about it and you're really not in love with him, then I would suggest you leave or you guys do something different. Maybe take a separation, move somewhere and he lives somewhere and just talk it out.
Look, Valerie said leave. Exactly. Leave.
Just talk it out. Because why are you going to stay? I'm never going to force this on you. It has to be something worth fighting for. So if it's not worth fighting for and you don't love him and everybody's on the same page, this ain't working, then let it go. It's okay. Y'all might be the best friends. You might be missing your dude or whoever.
Listen, say this. My man Gregory. Seriously. Gregory said love is a choice, not an emotion. Man, you better say that. Love is absolutely a choice.
Yeah, if you don't want to be there and y'all can split and, nobody's going to get hurt and, hurt physically or anything. You're not running for your life.
But listen, that's a hard conversation.
It is, but what else you gonna do?
No, but that's what I'm saying though.
That's why this thing, I told you, y'all not ready. This thing, you gotta dig sometimes so deep and make you wanna just choke. To be grown, you have to dig deep. And that's a grown girl decision, boo. To leave, but guess what? It's gonna be hard to leave, but you don't know what's on the other side. And if you're willing to take that chance, it may be nothing on the other side. So be prepared
Kimberly
for that.
Said,
or it could be a blessing, like, y'all are the best of friends. It didn't work. You hurt him, but to stay with him, I think is even worse. You know what I mean? And for you, time is somebody told me.
I gotta stop you. Hold on, because now I know, but this weighs in on it. She says, is this Tanisha or whatever? You have to believe in and honor the vows / commitment to that person. No, you don't. No, you don't.
To a certain point. Like,
no, you have to be honest in your marriage. Exactly. But if you reach a new space where you feeling like I'm not in love with this person, you absolutely have the right to make a different choice. But the question is, Kimberly, why haven't you had the conversation with him and what has changed to put you in a space where you're no longer in love?
People do grow apart. I'm not going to lie. People grow apart. You would hope as you age, you guys keep some things in common and have that common bond. But sometimes two people go in the opposite direction. And I have seen people go in the opposite directions, get divorced, and become the best of friends and remarry.
Somebody just said that. Kamora Russell.
Yeah, like, be the best of friends. You don't know what's, it may hurt, but it's for the best. It's for the best. I'm telling you. But you have to be grown up about it. That is not an easy situation to get into, to even start that conversation. But you got to be honest because time is not on your side. It's not. You look up, you 10 years older, and now you still going to do the same thing you could have did 10 years ago. Now you're 50, 60 something.
And even more miserable.
No. You only
she
get
said,
one shot.
I just think we have grown apart, and the fact is we are 12 years apart. I just think that I just don't feel like that anymore. Mm.
And that's true. Is he older?
Yeah, Kimberly, is he 12 years older than you?
Yeah, see, people don't think about that. It sounds all good in the beginning. That is a big age gap. It really is.
Listen, if you're ever not in love with me, can you just let me know?
I will. Absolutely. Okay. So, and I'm not saying it that easy, like, oh, yeah. No, I will.
Oh, I'm older than him. She said, I'm 50 and he's 38. So the 12, she's the older.
Well, and she is a grown woman. And do you have another 10 years to go through that? Nope. Find you, whatever.
Life gets real short when you're not in love.
You may just want to travel. It may not even be about another person. It's about you as a woman growing. You're mature. You're going through different things hormonally. And, now 38 don't seem maybe you do want an older man. I don't know. But whatever it is, you need to figure it out.
Oh, somebody said sometimes you just wake up and realize you're not where you want to be.
all of that is being grown up. And
Yeah.
I'm saying it so easy, but I know it hurt. We have had some grown up conversations that made me want to go to the Empire State Building and jump. Like it's so painful.
Really? Oh my God.
Yes, we have had some painful conversations. Like this is cute on the couch, but it took 24 years to be sitting on this couch. It wasn't overnight. You know what I mean? We have been through some things.
Yeah.
Some things.
Oh, we've been through some things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I choose to be on this couch. He chooses to be on this couch.
Oh, I definitely.
Okay, so
I have chosen. I've been threatened a few times. I tried to get off the couch and I was threatened.
It is 90 degrees here in California.
Hot as hell.
I just want to tell y'all that.
It's hot as hell out in Cali.
He ain't gonna let me turn on the air.
Nah, not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We don't get air yet. It's too early in the season.
It's hot. And I got the oven on. Oh, I got the oven on.
Oh, Lord. Here we go again.
Oh, God.
My goodness. Boy, you are the worst. We trying to have a real conversation, a grown conversation.
You want food?
Yeah, when we get that truth, y'all got to throw them hearts up if we giving y'all this truth. It's a choice. Bottom line, you're absolutely right. Things are difficult after divorce. Trust me, especially with kids. Yeah, there's no question about that, Gregory. There's no question, I'm sure, when kids are involved, everything is going to be way more complicated. But at the end of the day, as a human being, the kids will always find a way to adjust. Kids don't need to stay involved in a marriage or relationship with two people that are not happy together, because kids pick up on that. Kids know when two people that their parents or whatever are not happy, and you would much rather have them separated than in a household with two people that aren't modeling a positive relationship. You want kids around two people that don't get along, that's cussing each other out, father hitting the mother, abusive relationship.
Your Brussels sprouts are ready.
Okay, good. Thank you, baby.
I just tried one. It was delicious.
Good. The kids will adjust. Kids will always adjust and find their way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Ashley said, so date night with another couple or no? Yeah, sure.
Mix it up.
Mix it up.
I like sometimes with him, and then sometimes I need him by myself.
Mm-hmm.
No, I like going out with friends, though. That's fun, but it doesn't have to be all the time. That is not fun every week.
Dolly said, I'm divorced and happy as hell.
Baby, I know you.
What? Okay, watch yourself.
I'm just saying. People think it's just like dreadful. No, it might be a whole new world. Don't stay in something and be miserable.
Yeah, you got to do the work, though. You got to keep doing the work.
Miserable. How about the one that we pinned? How about y'all separate? I'm not saying like tomorrow, but figure out.
Give some time apart.
Yeah, give some time apart. You do you. Whatever those rules are, can you see other people? If you can't, whatever y'all come up with, just be apart. Because if you don't see them Monday through Friday and y'all go on a date Saturday, that might be a whole new world. Like, oh, I like this, Or you might be like, it's still the same. But you have to figure it out.
Erica said, men and communication, why so difficult? I don't know.
It will change at some point, because I'm not going to say our communication was the best for the whole 20. We have gotten to another, it's peaks and, so we're at a peak where it's like, come on, dude, what we doing? I can talk to him differently, because it's not that I don't know. It's not that that it's not a serious situation that I'm talking to him about, but it's an easier conversation. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like, because the games are over. Like, we are so grown right now. Like, there's no in between. Either we're going to do it or we're not. So this is the situation. We need this bill paid. We need this. I need to take a vacation. That's my biggest thing. We need to take a vacation.
Wait, how do your husband plan a date night? You just make a plan.
And it don't have to be nothing extravagant.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Sometimes it's breakfast. I'll be like, oh, can we go to breakfast? He said, yeah. Girl, I'm like a kid in the candy store. I'll run, get my stuff. I'll be like, yes. I just want time with him, because time is not,
You can't get it back. No, it's like you only have a finite amount of time, period. And certainly a finite amount of time together.
Don't waste time.
Yeah, don't waste it. Make the best of it.
But don't waste my time, because money you can make up, time you can't. Bro, somebody told me that in my teens. I will never forget it. I pissed them off. I did something and wasted their time. Let me have it.
Sonia said, "What skin products do you use?"
Nothing. No. Dove. I'm not giving nobody no shout out. No, Dove and Oil of Olay. Been using Oil of Olay since I was in my 20s, like my grandmother.
Oh, you know what, Shatima brings up a good point. She says sometimes you have to look at the family members of your significant other, and sometimes it can shine a light on, who they are based on their upbringing.
Boom.
What the quality of the relationships that they've been exposed to and what they come from will inform. Not all the time, but sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Come here.
So, Shaw, you saying I should have looked at your family a little differently? I'm just kidding. No, everybody was sweet. Oh, God. Her mother, Benita. I love Benita to this day. No, everybody was cool. He just crazy. It's all good. It's all good. He's still my pal.
Who's still your pal?
Keep going.
Okay. All right. Let's okay.
Don't get jealous.
You know how I get there.
We great.
It's all good. Yeah, Kim says sometimes you can find that out a little late in the game. I agree with you. Sometimes you get into some things you just don't know, but you got to ask the right questions, right?
Right.
You can't just get in and assume something. I know so many people get into relationships and they're scared to ask the questions. They're scared to challenge whoever the significant other is to find out if, in fact, this is the person you're making a lifetime commitment to be with someone forever. Do you understand this? You're getting into something that is forever.
Yeah.
It's real.
You know what? I'm just so glad that we're at the point, and I know people, and don't envy us, and I'm not saying y'all do, but like I said, for us to be here took a lot of work. I'm just so happy that we're finally here and we crossed that bridge where it all clicked, Yeah. But it did. 10 years ago, I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to move back to New York. I'm going to go back to FedEx and I'm going to be good. Just 10 years ago. It seemed like yesterday. Because we were in a different space. You struggling. You got the house. You got kids, bills, parent, teacher. I didn't want to do none of that. I was like, I don't want to be a grown up. Who said this was fun? This ain't it.
Verlene, we addressed that.
It ain't it.
We addressed that.
But
we talked about men
through it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to choose to have kids, then you got to do the work. Yeah, and it ain't fun. I don't want to talk to the teacher. I don't want to do homework. I don't want to wash no clothes. I don't feel like cooking. Like, none of that. Why do we have a weak connection? You know why? Because them kids came home.
Yeah, go tell them to sign
Royce and Ross.
So Kim, I see your
Can
comment.
You tell them to turn
she said
on
the serious tip, it really makes her want to cry about this at night. This is something serious that she's in a relationship and she's not in love. So, you have to make a decision. You got to make a decision. At the end of the day,
you hold it.
And the reality is, it's almost now, if that is in fact the case, it's unfair to him for you not to share the information so that he can make a decision. You guys can make a decision together. Nobody, I don't think anybody wants to be in a loveless relationship or marriage.
Hey,
I certainly wouldn't want to.
No. I would want you to tell me. It might hurt like hell, but I believe.
On the other side, on the other side of the storm is a rainbow. So it's better that you deal with whatever the roughness of it is and get to your rainbow than to rob you of that opportunity to be in something happy.
Yeah.
So, everybody can't be fortunate enough to be in a loving relationship long-term like D3 on here.
D3 back.
D3, to have a marriage that stood the test of time, turbulence, and turkey wings. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
That has to be the fight, though.
And you know what? I wish there were more communities like this because there aren't panels or group chats where people can talk like this, and people need to talk. I don't care how old you are. People need advice. They need to just talk it out, put it out there, and get other people's opinion to help them form their opinion, their decision. And I'm just thankful that you guys allow us to do this because I learn something from this every time.
We also get something.
You know, I get something back.
Well,
so I appreciate you guys, seriously, because we're not sitting up here. We're not therapists. We don't have all the answers. I keep saying that we do not have all the answers. I have common sense and I have gut feelings, you know, and that in my intuition, that's what I go on, you know, because you know in your heart of heart, what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. You know it.
What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, and you got common damn sense. And you gotta let that be your GPS. That's your God positioning system. Your common sense got to be your GPS. Y'all can take that. I made it up. It's your GPS. That's not your global, but your God positioning system. And that's that intuition. That's that God thing in you, that homing device inside of you that's only placed there by God that tells you where you need to be, and you need to act and move on that.
That's true.
All right. What time is it? We got dinner.
7 o'clock.
It's 7 o'clock. We've been an hour long and an hour strong. I think we answered most of the questions on here. We certainly addressed a lot.
Is Farrah still on here?
Farrah Fry?
Farrah?
That's my number one.
Let me know if you're on here, Farrah.
Farrah, I think Farrah may have checked out.
Oh, she left, Farrah?
Okay, you deal with Farrah separately.
No, I wanted to tell her something. Damn.
Okay, you inbox her. Y'all deal with that. Listen, I'm going to go through the thread. Any questions that were asked that we missed, I'm going to go back and answer them.
Thank those people that shared the post. Please share this post.
Everybody, please hit the share button. Tell your friends. We're going to do it again tomorrow. We're going to hit this again tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow I think I'm going to be making.
You loud.
Oh, wait, tomorrow. Yes, I'm going to make my biscuits for y'all tomorrow while we talk.
My God. Now see, why would you put that out there?
Or should I make the donut?
No, just make the biscuits. The biscuits were asked and requested. You said you were going to do them. Let's do the biscuit as a video.
You see how he is? He get on my nerves.
No, you made a commitment to it.
Okay. It takes 10 minutes to make the biscuits.
Okay, so just get it done. Thank you so much, Royale and April. I'm going
to
cry
33
myself to sleep,
shares.
but I'm going to think about what you guys said to me tonight. Yes, and just Kim, take the steps, sweetie. No problem.
Yeah.
Because you deserve it. Okay, Samantha, I saw yours. I'm sorry it went so fast, but you too have to give yourself permission to demand the best for you. My brother Fred, I see you, bro. We appreciate you, bro.
Okay, throw up my hearts.
April wants some hearts on the way out.
I don't have Tanya Gardner. Wasn't I supposed to be playing Heartbeat today?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Okay, hurry up and find it because I'm going to close. Okay. Please don't dance. These people do not need to see you dance.
Oh, I cannot find it. What the hell?
All right. So if you guys have questions, you can always inbox us. We would do our best to respond within 24 hours. It may take me 48 hours if I'm a little tied up, but I will get to you and respond. If it's specifically for April, some women have a specific question for April. Say, hey, this is for April, and I will direct April to it, and hopefully she will respond. I can guarantee you it won't be within 24 hours, but I will try to get her to respond.
Babe, let's go out with a club song. All right. I want you people to...
Oh, my God. What are you doing?
Follow me. That's right. Jersey in the house. Hey.
Okay.
Follow me.
Just calm down for a second. Let the song kick in.
Okay. Then we going to dance? Let's dance.
I'm going to let you dance.
Come on,
so
babe.
April, ladies and gentlemen, is going to take us out.
Come on, babe.
Ashley, I'm from Washington, D.C., not
Love
the DMV.
You,
okay, y'all. April, go ahead. She about to get it. Go ahead, April. Go and get it. No. Get it. Show them how you used to do it at the Mint.
It's not that loud.
I know it's not.
Only got the 2-step. Hey. Yeah. Alton, you still on? Hey. They from Linden, New Jersey. I know that for a fact. Hey. I got to get the heartbeat.
Okay, y'all.
Wait.
Goodbye. Y'all give April
wait
some.
Wait till the lyrics come.
Okay, we're going to let the lyrics get it.
Hey. Follow me. Follow me. Yes. Come on, babe. Dance with me.
I'm dancing right now. I got to shoot the video.
Hey.
Damn it.
Oh, you got...
I got my camera operator.
Come on, get up. I'm hoping.
Okay, goodbye, y'all.
Hey, to see the.
You don't want to see y'all. You don't want to see me get this.